Hey everybody, welcome to the Internet of Things show. I'm your host, Rob Tiffany. Today I'm going to talk about digital twins. I know this isn't the first time I've talked about this. We've been talking about this ad nauseum for years now. Um, Something in the news caught my eye. Gartner does their symposium, and they're always talking about big trends coming out and things like that. Recently, they talked about five imperatives, digital imperatives that organizations need to follow to make that digital transformation, right? And so one of them was digital twins, but they went a little bit further and talked about going and having a DTO, digital twin organization. So what in the world does that mean? Well, if you listen to me before, I've talked about using twins for machines, but also using twins for people and processes and, subsystems of machines and things that look like groups. Well, that's kind of what Gartner's coming out with now. The idea of, hey, yes, we get that we're creating digital twins of machines and getting sensor data and bringing those things to life and getting tons of value from that. But yeah, let's just, in their case, they're saying, yeah, let's apply it to employees and how they're doing and performance and stuff like that, just in the same way you do with a machine. So anyway, you've been listening to me for a while. You've probably heard this kind of stuff before. But it's good to, obviously my reach only goes so far. Gartner's is going to go a heck of a lot farther than mine. So I'm a fan. I'm all in. Using digital twins to model machines, processes, how things work, people, environmental systems, entire organizations. I think it's a great thing. Now, not every system out there is going to be capable of doing that. Most systems don't even have support for digital twins yet. That's mostly in the industrial space. That's focused on that, but it's starting to creep out into the broader space of IoT platforms, both cloud and on-prem. But yes, the systems that are going to be able to support that kind of stuff. The twins will need to be not so specific to machines, and so the technology used to build these platforms, whether they're running in the cloud or at the edge or somewhere in between, they need to be generic enough that it could be a person, or it could be a machine, or it could be a process. So think of if you're a programmer, you're thinking about your object-oriented programming, just think of a base class, a generic object that could be a machine. It has a bunch of properties, but it could be a person with a lot of properties. You've heard me talk about, using digital twins to model a patient at a hospital, and all their vital signs, are the properties of that person. Just like, sensors and subsystems are components of an industrial machine at a factory. So I think bring it to life. And then you also have to have the notion, not only that generic level of abstraction, but you also have to have the notion of kind of more than one parent-child relationship. So with a machine, you may have subsystems that are complicated that deserve their own digital twins, and those subsystems could have a child relationship to the overall machine, whatever that is. But also you need to go further. That machine needs to have a child relationship to a larger organization. Maybe it could be something that looks like a group. It could be an assembly line. It could be, I live in a factory, or I'm at this floor in this office in a building, or, I think you get the idea. And so you could imagine a never-ending kind of stepping up a ladder, parent-child relationship, a hierarchy, if you will, a graph of how that works out. And so things that are, kind of like the Russian doll, kind of like nested groups, except all these groups, whatever they are, they have the same kind of properties and can take actions just like a machine can and a person can. So anyway, I think it's good stuff. Definitely, give it a thought, digital twin organizations. I know sometimes these things come out of nowhere and they seem kind of crazy, but think about it, because if you can model your whole organization, I think you have a better track of what's going on, and I think you can build a much more efficient enterprise that way. Hope this worked out for you. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm out.